guys, it's Niveda. Welcome back to my channel. I finally recorded a makeup video for you guys. It was supposed to be somewhat of a fall makeup tutorial, and as I went along, I think I made it extra glam. So it does look more of something that you could wear out. I did pair it with a nude lipstick. This is a combination of the Desi X Katie Dose of Colors collab, which I was so excited about. The color was a little bit too light for my skin, so I ended up mixing it in with my liner. But you can also definitely pair this with maybe a darker lip, something a little bit more bold, and then I feel like it would be perfect for a nighttime or more special occasion. Don't mind my voice, I was sick last week, so I'm kind of getting over that. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like to see more of my videos, and I'll see you in my next one.
Okay, to start off the voiceover, I am using my Juice Beauty Eye Cream as an under eye moisturizer. This is my absolute favorite eye cream. I used to use the Dermadoctor one, and this is my new favorite. So if you're looking for a new eye cream, definitely check out Juice Beauty. Then I'm just moisturizing my face, and then I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. So I actually have one eyebrow done, and I always say this, but I don't do that much to my eyebrows. I just fill in the top, the bottom a little bit, and then fill in the sparse areas in the beginning. And I'm just using my e.l.f. eyebrow kit in the shade dark brown, I think it is. This thing is only $3. Then I'm going to set it in place with the Browgal eye gel. To clean up under my brows, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm also covering up that really ugly pimple right there. But this is really, really pigmented, so it looks like I'm using a lot, and I definitely am, but I'm also bringing it down and covering my entire eyelid to basically act as a eyeshadow primer as well. So that ended up looking really weird, so I just took my damp beauty blender and just basically diffused the color back into my skin. Then I went in with the Tartelette In Bloom palette. I picked up the shade Flower Child just to pat over the concealer and basically set that in place. I switched between two palettes, so then I went to the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, picked up the shade Mousse and put that into my crease. Just went back and forth until I got somewhat of that medium brown shade in my crease. This is where I kind of went wrong. I picked up my Sacha Cosmetics Safari Quad and thought that the shade was brown, and this is me realizing how much I messed up. It was more of like a very purple, mauve, cool tone shade. So after that, I went back in with Rebel from Tartelette In Bloom and tried really hard just to like warm it back up. I didn't want too much of like a cool tone on my eyelids, so this is me trying to warm it back up. And then going back to my chocolate bar palette from Too Faced, I picked up the shade Truffled, and I used a thin angled brush to kind of define the outer V, but at this point I really wanted more pigmentation and I wanted to be darker and more diffuse, so I just went back in with the same fluffy crease brush that I was using and just picked up the darker brown color on that itself. I basically went back and forth between blending it out with a blending brush, making sure that there were no harsh lines or anything like that, and then back to using more of the truffled shade and making it basically the darkness that I wanted. After I was happy with that, I used a little bit of concealer just to kind of like white out the centers of my eyelids so that my glimmer shade would stick a little better. I'm using Caramel from the Chocolate Bar palette and just patting that onto the inner corner and centers of my eyelids using a flat brush. For liner, I'm using the Tarteist Clay Paint Liner and just creating a really simple wing with that. These are the Pur Cosmetics Pro-3D cruelty-free lashes in the style Socialite. These were sent to me via Octoly by Pur Cosmetics, and I am so appreciative because I'm always on the lookout for cruelty-free lashes. Most are mink, or at least all of the popular ones are mink lashes, and like they say they're cruelty-free, but how much can an animal farm really be cruelty-free? In any case, not going to dwell on that. Now I'm using my Skindinavia Skin Primer Spray, and then before I apply my foundation, I'm going to go in with my Marc Jacobs liquid highlighter and apply this to basically anywhere that I would highlight afterwards. So it's the top of my cheekbones, a little bit down my nose, above my brows, and basically in my Cupid's bow. For foundation, I'm using Makeupforever's Ultra HD in the shade Y425. And because everyone on Instagram is using their Versali Gold Elixir to mix into their foundation, I decided why not try my DIY oil. And it actually ended up really nice. It had a nice glowy finish, and my foundation lasted all day with a very natural finish. So I think that's something that I'm going to keep doing until I can ever get my hands on the Versali oil. Then just applying my Shape Tape to everywhere that I would normally conceal / highlight, so under my eyes, forehead, nose, chin, and then I am using a damp beauty blender to blend it out. I feel like Sacha Buttercup Powder gained popularity a few years ago, but it is still my favorite yellow powder. So for all of my brown skin girls out there, this is your go-to. I've tried Ben Nye Banana, and I feel like that still is a little too light, a little too white, and definitely gives me like a gray cast afterwards. And the Sacha Buttercup Powder has yet to do anything like that. So if you need a good setting powder, check out Sacha Cosmetics. And I'm also using another Sacha Cosmetics product. This is not sponsored. I'm using their cream to powder foundation in a darker shade. It'll be in the description box what shade it is, but I'm using that to contour. So right underneath my cheekbones, my temples, my jawline, and I think I did the sides of my nose as well. To set that in place, I'm using the NYX Cheek Contour Duo palette in the shade 2 to Tango, and I'm basically just dusting that over everywhere that I had contoured. For blush, I'm using the shade Truffle by The Body Shop, and this is in every single one of my videos. This is my favorite blush. I'm just applying that to the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm taking the shade Rebel from the Tartelette in Bloom palette and applying that to right below my lower lash line. And then going in with Funny Girl from the same palette to highlight the inner corners. For mascara, I'm using Pur Cosmetics Fully Charged Magnetic Mascara. This is also one of my all-time favorite mascaras. And then for lips, I'm using a combination of NYX lip liner in brown, I think it was, and Dose of Colors More Creamer Please, which is the Desi and Katie collaboration. I was so excited for this to come out, and it unfortunately was not the perfect nude for me. It was a little bit too light, but anytime I mix it with a liner, I really like the result. For highlight, I'm using Galani Cosmetics Glamazon Duo palette, and I'm just using the highlight shade in that to apply above my cheekbones and then a little bit above my eyebrows, down the bridge of my nose. You know the deal. And it looks like that is the end of the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one.
Do you want to say hi in my video?
Sorry.
Extra this time.